Hi, it's Jack again from Two Brothers Adventures, and today I'm here to talk to you primarily about the Blastmatch from Ultimate Survival Technologies and the Spark-Lite fire starter. Both of these are one-hand fire starters, and that's their primary advantage. A lot of survival situations that people find themselves in are due to injuries. Sometimes it's getting lost, but a lot of times it's getting injured somewhere and having to stay the night out there for several nights sometimes until somebody can effect their rescue. So if you're injured and you only have one hand, one arm, these two fire starters are really great. A lot of people carry this. It's very popular. Light My Fire Scout Model Fire Steel. This is an excellent fire starter. I use it a lot. I love it. Works great. The problem is it takes two hands. I wouldn't know the first way to try and figure out how to use this with one hand. I'm sure it could probably be done, but not as efficiently as it can be with two hands. So the last thing you want to try and do in a survival situation when you're already stressed and you're already having other problems, especially if you're injured, having medical issues, something like that, you don't want to have to try and figure out a way to use one of these two-handed devices with only one hand, especially if you're hurt or you're lost or you're otherwise compromised. There's the fire steels by Doan's and by the ones that they sell at Walmart by Kuklin or Kuchlin or whatever it is, Kuglin. These are great. As you can see, I've used this one a lot, but once again, two-handed operation. I don't know how you would use this one with one hand. I mean, I really don't know how you'd be very effective, using one hand with this. So there again comes the one-handed fire starter. This is another one that I picked up just recently from Sportsman's Warehouse. There again, it's two-handed fire starter. This is a Magnesium and Flint rod. I don't know how you use this with one hand. I'm sure there's a way. Maybe people practice that. Maybe people know something that I don't know, but I don't want to try and figure that out when I'm injured, cold, wet, tired, whatever it happens to be. So anyways, let's talk about the Blastmatch. There's not a lot of YouTube videos out on this, but Ultimate Survival Technologies does have an awesome YouTube video out there. You should watch that. You should also go to their website, ultimatesurvival.com. Check out their other products. They're also the makers of Wetfire. This is absolutely, in my opinion, the best survival fire starter that there is. Burns wet. They claim that it even burns longer when it's wet. It'll burn floating on water. It's the most awesome stuff in the world. It lasts. Once you take it out of the package and you open it, it does not go bad. I've used this stuff for several months. It's not like some of them where when you take them out of the package, they go bad. So you don't have to use it all up. You can burn the whole cube at one time if you want to really get some wet wood going. So it's a great thing. So let's talk about the Spark-Lite for a minute. The Spark-Lite comes in a kit. Usually comes with several of these little wax impregnated cotton ropes or whatever you want to call it. You just fluff these up and you can start it. Similar to a lighter. Makes sparks just by flipping it with one finger, just like a lighter. It's a pretty good little light thing. I mean, this actually weighs like nothing, and so for smaller survival kits or just to throw in your pocket, you can't really beat this. You can get it several places online. It comes in a kit with some fire starter and the thing for fourseasons.com. fourseasonsurvival.com has it for $7.95 for the kit. Tad Gear has it for $7.19 for the kit. So it's pretty inexpensive, something that you might want to just pick up. Keep it in your pocket just in case you have a one-handed situation. The other time you might want to use something just one-handed is if you're shielding from the wind, or you're trying to hold some tinder or feed some extra tinder in there, different things like that. It could be very advantageous that you only have a one-handed fire starter. So anyways, let's demonstrate these. What I've got here is I've got some Wetfire from Ultimate Survival Technologies. What you do is you shave off a little bit of that. I'm going to demonstrate the Blastmatch, then I'll demonstrate the Strike-Lite. I have right here the wax impregnated cotton rope from the Spark-Lite kit, and then I have some cotton balls, just regular cotton. I'm also going to do some cotton balls with Vaseline and some dryer lint with each one of these, just so that you can kind of see how they work one-handed. So this one you simply push up, has a little cap, comes around and goes onto the back. Then it has has a pretty big flint rod there. It's a multi-metal flint rod, just like in the Light My Fire rod, pretty similar. You push down on this little tab right here, and there's a carbide blade in there that scrapes it. So all you simply do is put it down, put some pressure on this little thing, and you push it down, and you get a huge shower of sparks every time. This rod rotates so that it works its way around and it keeps it all uniform. So it's really great. So let's go ahead and try and start this wet fire and see how that works. This wet fire is great. It burns really long time, burns really hot. It's just awesome stuff. I'm going to go ahead and try the Spark-Lite now on this one over here. You see, it's pretty easy to use it, just one-handed. This works great, and this Blastmatch, it's a little slick on this metal pan that I'm using. It's a non-seasoned gold pan, but anyways, keeps the fire from burning down my house. But anyway, let's put this out now. This is the greatest thing about the coal fire, is that you can actually put it out, and then it goes cold to the touch right off the bat. So let's try these tinder that comes with the Spark-Lite. Let's try the Blastmatch first. You see, it starts right up. Start with the Spark-Lite. This has to be fluffed out a little bit. Maybe I don't have it fluffed out quite enough. There you go. Proper tinder preparation is very important. So as you see, this stuff works pretty good. They sell this stuff in kits separate from the fire starter. So if you need some extra tinder, or if you don't even want to purchase this and you just want to purchase this tinder, it's pretty good tinder. I don't know how waterproof it is. There's some claims about that, but I'll bet my life on the wet fire every day. Okay, regular cotton, let's go ahead and try that. First we'll use the Blastmatch. Now we'll use the Spark-Lite. See, it works pretty good, one-handed, easy. Go for the dryer lint. First with the Blastmatch. Now with the Spark-Lite. I'm not a big fan of dryer lint, so depending on what it's made out of, what clothes you've washed and stuff, it's sometimes harder to light than other times. So I don't like dryer lint. It's not real reliable to me. Last but not least, we're going to try the Petroleum jelly impregnated cotton balls. So first we'll start with the Blastmatch. And now the Spark-Lite. So there you go. Both great one-handed fire starters. This one's a little heavy. You might not want to carry it if you're into your little tiny, worried about weight. This would be your better choice. But this is a much better fire starter if you don't mind the weight and the size. Huge amounts of sparks. You can also use it one-handed without being on anything. Like that. I'm not real good at this. I haven't practiced this, but anyways, check these out. If you want to know more about them, go to equippedtosurvive.com, and they have great stuff about both of these. Thanks. Keep your knife sharp and go out in the woods and have a good time.